Hey y'all, it's Sarah. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a month. I'm sorry about that. Baseball started and MLB The Show came out, so I've been busy with that. Today we're gonna do something fun, I guess. One thing, sorry about no camera. My phone is charging weird. It's not real. It's taking forever to charge, and it's on 10% right now. So it would die halfway, or maybe 5 minutes into the video. So we're just using. I saw this going around on Twitter. This goes around on Twitter a few times, on hockey Twitter especially. Follow me at Love for Kutch. I know it's a baseball name, but I use it for Penguins too. Today, as you can see by the title, we are doing Pittsburgh Penguins Hunger Games simulation. We could go through each district. I'm probably gonna call them by their nicknames, or first names. I probably won't say their full names. But yeah. So first district we have Sidney Crosby, and Gino Evgeny Malkin. Only fitting for them to be in District 1, to be honest. In District 2, we have Chris Letang and Erik Karlsson. 3, we have Rickard Rakell and Brian Rush. 4, Noel Jarry and Blake Lizotte. In District 5, we have the goalies, Tristan Jarry and Alex Nedeljkovic. District 6, we have Rutger McGroarty and Vile Koivunen. The rookies, I just threw them together. District 7, we have the Connors, Connor Dewar and Connor Timmins. District 8, I kind of threw these two together, Kevin Hayes and Danton Heinen. District 9, we have Vladislav, I forgot how to say his last name, you get it. Also both rookies. I don't know if he's considered a rookie anymore. Jonah Koppanen. And then District 10, we have Matt Nieto and Matt Grzelcyk. We have the Matts. District 11, we have the Ryan Shea and Ryan Graves. And District 12, we have Philip Tomasino and Pio Joseph, who are injured. Now, I don't have Tommy Novak or Boko Mama because also they're injured and I had no room. So I kind of, just went with them. These two are injured. District 12, I think Rutger's also injured now. And we have another injury, but I can't remember who. Pio Joseph? I already said that. I think we have 4. Tommy only played 1 game for us, so But Boko was really good for us for the time being, but he got surgery. So here's the full cast. Sorry, some are different pictures, like Rutgers, and the Connors. They got traded to us, and I kind of just went with whatever worked, and some these types of whatever, it doesn't matter. So let's hop in, proceed. Before we get started, let me know who you think's gonna win in the comments. Don't skip to the end and check. But yeah. So as the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Vile runs away from the cornucopia. Jars runs away from the cornucopia. Connor Timmins runs away from the cornucopia. Karlsson runs away with a lighter and some rope. Shea runs away from the cornucopia. Lizotte runs away from the cornucopia. Matt Grzelcyk runs away from the cornucopia. Gino runs away from the cornucopia. Connor Dewar grabs a jar of fishing bait while Matt Nieto gets fishing gear. Letang scares POJ from the cornucopia. Rust grabs a backpack not realizing it's empty. Jonah finds Ajari hiding in the cornucopia and kills him. Rip Ajari already. Vladislav runs away from the cornucopia. Sid scares Graves away from the cornucopia. Hayes is unable to convince Dan to not kill him. Okay, well, Philip finds a canteen full of water. Nedeljkovic clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Rakell scares Rutger away from the cornucopia. Proceed. Dan receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Shea tends to Vladislav's wounds. Tanger attends to Jar's wounds. Rust begs for Nieto to kill him. He refuses, keeping Rust alive. Gino tries to spearfish with a trident. Graves makes a wooden spear. Timmins picks flowers. Dewar explores the arena. Philip tries to sleep through the entire day. Rutger sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Ricard pricked by thorns while picking berries. Sid, Alex, P.O. Joseph, Jonah, and Blake hunt for other tribute. Grizzly strangles Latang with a rope. Okay. And Koivunen sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Proceed. So we have 3 cannon shots in the distance. Noah Jari, Kevin Hayes, and Chris Latang. Rest in peace. Proceed. Jar sees a fire but stays hidden. Rutger quietly hums. Vladislav convinces Alex to snuggle with him. Koivunen and Grizzly run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Shay begs Jonah to kill him. He refuses, and Shay is alive. Gino is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Damn, that sucks. POJ thinks about winning. Russ questions his sanity. Doer receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sydney tries to treat his infection. That's very Sid. Matt begs Tomasino to kill him, refuses, keeping Nieto alive. Lazat receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Graves, Heinen, Timmons, and Raquel sleeps in shifts, and Carlson climbs to a tree to rest. Jonah attacks Blake, but he manages to escape. Rutger, Connor, Matt, and Sid hunt for other tributes. Vladislav sprains his ankle running away from Tomasino. P.O. Joseph tries to sleep through the day. Jars camouflages himself in the bushes. So does Koivunen, and Gino practices his archery. Russ searches for firewood. Dendelkovich throws a knife into Heinen's head. Holy, okay. Raquel receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Timmons and Carlson hunt for other tributes. Nieto thinks about home. Shay sees smoke in the distance but decides not to investigate. Graves camouflages himself in the bushes. Only one that night. Dan Heinen. Vladislav fends Connor Doer, Matt Nieto, and Tristan Jari away from his fire. Matt starts a fire. Blake begs for Raquel to kill him. He refuses, and Blake's still alive. Connor climbs a tree to rest. Shay screams for help. Koivunen convinces Graves not to kill him, only to kill him instead. Damn. Russ destroys Gina's supplies while he's sleeping. Sid looks at the night sky. That's honestly also him. Jonah receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Rutger stays awake all night. Alex and Eric tell stories about themselves to each other. Tomasino thinks about home, and so does P.O. Joseph. Sid and Raquel work together for the day. Nedeljkovic receives a hatchet from another sponsor. Connor steals from Matt while he's not looking. Connor and Jonah work together for the day. Bio, Rust, Lazat, Tomasino, and Vladislav hunt for other tributes. Carlson searches for firewood. Nieto tries to sleep through the entire day. Shay makes a slingshot. Juno sleeps through the entire day. Rutger receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. And P.O. Joseph and Tristan work together for the day. Rest in peace, Ryan Graves. POJ cooks his food before putting out its fire. Nieto looks at the sky. Oh my god, Russ bleeds out to untreated wounds. Rest in peace, Rust. Vladislav sets Vado on fire with a Molotov. Okay. Jonah forces Blake to kill Raquel or Jari. He refuses to kill, so Jonah kills him instead. Wait, Jonah killed Lazat? Or one of these? Okay. Okay. Nedeljkovic and Grizzly hold hands. That's cute. Carlson spears Rutger in the stomach. Sid tends to Shay's wounds. That's very Sid also. Yeah. Tomasino convinces Dewar to snuggle with him. Again, that's really cute. Timmons and Gino tell stories about themselves to each other. Shay makes a wooden spear, Jonah picks flowers, and Pio Joseph travels to higher grounds. So Carlson sets off explosives, killing off Tomasino, Connor Dewar, and Gino of Getty Malkin. Says not going to be happy about that one. Vladislav collects fruit from the tree. So does Grizzlick. Nedeljkovic receives fresh fruit from the unknown sponsor. And Nieto, Sid, Raquel, Jari raid Connor's camp while he is hunting. Rest in peace to 7 of them. Rust, Koivunen, Lazat, Rutger, Tomasino, Connor, Dewar, and Gino. Proceed. Night 4. Nito climbs a tree to rest. Nedeljkovic, Carlson, and Pio Joseph discuss games and what might happen in the morning. Jay tends to his wounds. Grizzlick, Vladislav, Raquel get into a fight. Raquel kills them both. Damn. Rest in peace to Vladislav and Grizzlick. Connor goes to sleep. Jonah strangles Sid with a rope. Holy, okay. And Jari looks up the sky. Damn. And the cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's family. Jars gathers much food into a bag as he can before fleeing. Jonah shoots an arrow at Connor, but misses and kills Eric instead. Jonah's out here for blood. Okay. Alex and Matt track down and kill Pio Joseph, and Shay strangles Raquel with a rope. Damn. Nieto sprains his ankle while running away from Ryan. Alex tries to spear fish with a trident. Jonah steals from Connor while he isn't looking, and Jars injures himself. 6 can be heard in the distance of Matt Grizzlick, Vladislav, Sidney Crosby, Eric Carlson, Pio Joseph, and Ricard Raquel. Jonah thinks about winning. Alex and Matt hold hands. Didn't they hold hands earlier? Really cute. Jars and Shay sleep in shifts. Connor Timmons falls in a pit and dies. Jonah receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Should we really be giving him some explosives? I don't know about that. Nieto questions his sanity. Jars receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Shay accidentally, I can't say that word, detonates, sets off a landmine while trying to arm it. And Nedeljkovic receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. 2 shots can be heard in the distance. Connor Timmons and Ryan Shay. Jars climbs a tree to rest. Alex tries to sing himself to sleep. Nieto looks up at the night sky, and Jonah dies trying to escape the arena. Damn. Nieto steals from Jari while he isn't looking. Are these the final 3? Must be. And Alex collects the fruit from a tree. Rest in peace, Jonah. So we have the goalies and Matt. Nieto and Alex and Nedeljkovic run into each other and decide to trace for the night, and Jari receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Alex fishes, Nieto makes a slingshot, and Jari dies from thirst. Rest in peace, Jars. Alex attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Damn. And the winner is Matt Nieto. Did not see that coming, but I'm here for it. Here is so first was no Ajari. no Ajari. First was Nieto. Here are the things. Damn. Rest in peace. So that is this video. I'm going to do the pirates, so look out for that. If you want me to do this again with them, let me know, and I could replace 2 of them for Tommy and Boko so they could get in. But yeah, with that being said, if you're new here, please subscribe, turn on those post notifications. I try to post every week. I know not really. You get it. But yeah, I love you all so much. Goodbye. Stay positive. Signing out.